What's up guys, my name is Arena and welcome back to my channel where I review everything tech. In today's video, I want to do a battery drain test, and as you can see I have here the OnePlus 70 Pro McLaren, the Google Pixel 4 XL and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I've been spending a lot of time with all of these phones, so I'm well aware of how good the battery life is on each of these devices. However, I'm really curious to compare these phones side by side and see how good they're gonna hold up in this test. A quick disclaimer guys, in this test I do not have a goal to drain these phones as fast as possible. Instead, my goal is to see how quickly these phones would die when put in similar real-world conditions. When it comes to batteries, we have 3700 mAh on the Pixel 4 XL, 4085 mAh on the OnePlus 70 Pro McLaren, and 3969 mAh on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. In this test, I'm gonna use the light meter to adjust the brightness of these displays and make it equal on all of them. And let's quickly go over the settings. I turned off everything except the Wi-Fi. The cellular is also off on all of these devices, and 90Hz refresh rate and QHD+ resolution are the factory settings on the 70 Pro McLaren, and since most of the people use these features, I'm gonna keep them on. When it comes to the Pixel 4 XL, the smooth display option that enables the 90Hz refresh rate is also turned on by default and is gonna be on during this test. And we also have the QHD+ resolution on this phone, which you cannot change in the settings. And when it comes to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, we don't have a 90Hz refresh rate and QHD+ resolution on this display, so we're gonna test it as is. And now all three phones are fully charged and I'm unplugging the cables. Let's go. Let's start with the YouTube app. It's pretty demanding. I'll make this test faster for you guys. So, 2 hours of watching YouTube leaves 86% on the Pixel 4 XL, 87% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 88% on the 11 Pro Max. Well, so far these phones are going head to head. Next, let's do a benchmark test, which is really demanding. Actually, let's do it twice. And after the benchmark test, we have 78% on the Pixel 4 XL, 78% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 79% on the 11 Pro Max. Next, I'm gonna use the speed test app. %77% on the Pixel 4 XL, 77% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and still 79% on the 11 Pro Max. This app is actually quite demanding, but you obviously have to spend more time with it, which I'm not gonna do right now. Instead, let's just open the Call of Duty on these phones. Call of Duty. 40 minutes later, we have 68% on the Pixel 4 XL, 70% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 74% on the 11 Pro Max. And next, let's spend some time on Instagram and watch some videos. Two hours spent on Instagram swiping and watching videos leaves 48% on the Pixel 4 XL, 50% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 59% on the 11 Pro Max. As you can see, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is getting an almost 10% advantage at the moment, while the Pixel 4 XL and the 70 Pro McLaren are still going pretty much side by side. Next, I'm gonna use the camera apps on these phones, and let's shoot some 4K videos at 30 frames per second. An hour of shooting videos and we're left with 24% on the Pixel 4 XL, 28% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 41% on the 11 Pro Max. And yes, obviously the camera app is one of the most draining apps. And let's spend some time on Reddit and watch some funny GIFs. Okay, I'm tired of swiping, let's do a benchmark test again. By the way, it's 6 hours on my stopwatch. 23% on the Pixel 4 XL, 27% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 40% on the 11 Pro Max. And at the moment, there's an almost 20% gap between the iPhone and the Pixel. So, after 20 minutes of benchmark tests, we have 15% on the Pixel 4 XL, 17% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 32% on the 11 Pro Max. And feels like this battery drain test is coming to an end. More YouTube. And more Instagram. By the way, it's already been 7 hours since I started this battery drain test, and let's shoot 4K videos again. 6% on the Pixel 4 XL, 7% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 24% on the 11 Pro Max. More Instagram. Okay guys, we have just 2% on the Pixel 4 XL, 4% on the 70 Pro McLaren, and 22% on the 11 Pro Max. The iPhone is holding up pretty well. Just 1% on the Pixel 4 XL. And the Pixel 4 XL is the first one to die after 7 hours and 32 minutes. And despite the fact that this phone shows the worst result in this particular test, in broader terms, this is actually not a bad result. So we have just 1% on the OnePlus 70 Pro McLaren and 20% on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And the 70 Pro McLaren has just turned off after 7 hours and 42 minutes. It lasted just 10 minutes longer than the Pixel 4 XL. After 8 hours of pretty heavy use, we have 14% on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Just 1% on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. My iPad just died, but it's okay because the iPhone died too, so we got about 8 hours and 40 minutes of pretty intensive use on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Finally, this test is over. I'm so tired of babysitting these phones all day. I honestly thought that the 70 Pro McLaren would be the first one to die. Of course, keep it in mind that the Pixel 4 XL and the 70 Pro McLaren might have had better results if they were set to the 60Hz refresh rate, but having said that, I still think that when you get yourself a new phone, you want to get the best out of it, with all its best features enabled. Unless, of course, you only care about the battery life. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and see you in the next one.